everybody, and welcome to the traditional, super familiar,
Wait.
and first time happening trivia here at Star East 2025, where we managed to get here all these awesome thought leaders in the industry, masters of the universe, and soon-to-be tequila drinkers.
That's the attitude.
That's the excitement. As you can see, we have here 8 awesome presenters, tutorial speakers, world travelers,
And much more.
So
Why did I get invited?
I'm one performance test.
it's gonna be quite an experience. So get ready because we're about to begin. If you are looking here at the screen, I think it's
This corner, maybe
down there, you will see the Slido link
with the code where you can
access and send questions to all of these awesome thought leaders.
Oh.
They are going to be struggling with some of the questions because we already have several that are
really interesting, and I'm sure that you,
all are going to be having a blast.
not to say kind of suffering through, but
You also can vote for the questions that are already there so that they are going to try to answer them. So what is going to be
the dynamic of the
game? First, I'm going to pick one of the questions, mostly the ones that are upvoted, the ones that are at the top, and a few others that I just find funny and good for the moment, so that they will suffer a little bit. Once I do the question, they have to press a button. You have heard a little bit of buttons. Come on, ring the button. Okay, as you can tell, it's going to be
mad. We're gonna have
so much fun. We have a console that is going to tell us
who of them
was the first one to press the button. Once they press the button,
answer
the question.
once we tell them that they were the first ones.
Of course, because I
Want
want
that
that much more madness than the one that's
Of course, we're gonna have. The rest of them will have to vote if they lack the answer. Okay? So if you like the answer of the person that pressed the button, did you understand, Jonathan? Yes. Did you all like his answer?
No.
If we don't get a consensus, we will try it again and then press the button again. So this can get interesting, right? Everybody has to do, it's a competition, but teamwork as well. So this can get out of hand easily. What am I doing here? Wait. Why are the ladies together? This is kind of like,
Everybody's wrong.
wait. Is this a trivia or are we playing Risk with alliances and stuff like this? It's like, this is a different type of game, right? So now that the rules are set, it looks like everybody understands them. We are, what Jana? We are going to let the participants introduce themselves. Let's start from left to right, my left, of course. Please, who are you? What do you do? And pass a word to the next one.
I am Filip. I came here from Slovakia. I work for a company called Replay.io. That's what I do.
Do you like tequila?
You can tell I'm not going to do
apparently
good
that
at this
answer
game.
was not very satisfactory. So we'll pass the question to the next participant.
Hi, my name is Blanca Moreno. I come from Mexico. I'm the CEO for Kive Minds.
Bravo. Everybody was voting up. Yeah, good. Okay, we accept that one. Philip, you gotta do it better. Next.
Well, hello. My name is Sarah Watkins. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I work with Q2. We do digital banking solutions.
Excellent. Do we approve the answer? No, I'm kidding.
All right, I'm Jana Loeffler. I'm a director of quality engineering for the Walt Disney Company.
Great. Everybody approves. Philip, you're the only one. Next.
Hey, I'm Joe Colantonio. The Test Guild.
No.
Grab your favorite cup of coffee. It's going to be awesome-tastical. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm Jonathan Wright, the automation cyborg.
Okay. We'll do it. Yeah.
I'm Scott Moore, performance engineer and YouTuber, I guess now, and I would like to buy a vowel.
I'm Joe Colantonio, founder of the Test Guild.
Wait. That felt phony. What happened here?
Lee Barnes, Chief Quality Officer at Forte Group.
Okay, that was straight to the point. I knew something was going to happen. Well, now we are about to begin with the questions. Get ready, everybody. Participants, have your buttons near hands. Because the question right now, oh my God, that has been voted the most at the top. What kind of bugs would Spider-Man be good at catching? I think we broke the participant.
Again, please. I feel like this is.
What kind of bugs?
Bugs. Oh, I'm sorry.
bugs.
It's your language. It's not like boss.
No, bugs. Defects, bugs. It's a pun joke, right? Sorry. Down for the presenter, yeah. What kind of bugs would Spider-Man be good at catching? Ooh, okay. Jana, please, grab the mic.
Anything that has to do with a web.
Okay. Everybody approves? Okay. Good one. So, now, how are we going to control who has been answering the most? We have a bag back there where we have some Mexican candies. Everybody that answers well will receive a candy. So let's go and grab the candies. Yes. Just one requirement. Do not eat the candies before the game is over, please. Yeah. You will lose your points. So one candy for you.
Go to candymapper.com. It's a great environment for testing web applications. There you go.
So that one out of the way. That Spider-Man one was very funny. How do I complete it? Okay. Next question. This is an interesting one. How has it been? Come on. You will lose a candy on the next one.
We have to answer the question.
It's the answer to everything.
It was a good attempt. I give you that. But no. Come on, Jonathan, behave. You haven't had tequila yet. Come on.
You think, how do you
So here it goes. How has the tester profile evolved over the last 10 years? And what's expected in the next 5? This is going to be a tough one. Okay, we have Jana again. Go for the mic. It's because she likes the Mexican candy.
I get a point off. Oh, I won't. All right. So where has it evolved? It's evolved a lot in the last 10 years because I'm that old.
That's what I know.
I know, this is what I know. Honestly, it's evolved in the plain fact that, when I first started out in testing, believe it or not, I started out as an automation engineer. But the tools that I had to use, it was strictly homegrown frameworks, coding, things like that. And I paired very much with manual testers who work very close with the business. So it sounds very similar to today, but I would say a lot of it had to do homegrown skills at that point in time. There weren't any classes for testing. There weren't anything like test automation. So that's really kind of evolved as the community, I think, has really grown, and the education that's out there and the information sharing is phenomenal. I see that continuing. I do tell people who ask me about, can you predict the future? Well, of course I can. No, just kidding. Prompt engineering is going to be a big one, and it's going to be how we embrace AI and don't shake your head.
She didn't say vibe.
I did not say vibe.
That's why
I did not say vibe.
You should have said vibe.
Sorry. Vibe testing.
Yes.
I know.
Prompt engineering.
Oh, really?
100%. That's what Tariq, Jason, we did this last year. We said, no, we've been giving you prompt engineering courses and we've been tricking you just for participation purposes.
Really?
The tools won't need prompting anymore. They've got reasoning.
In the next 5 years, you think they'll have reasoning?
They've got reasoning now.
No, that's true.
So vibe it up.
But I will say, yeah, vibe. But vibe is prompt engineering. Because if you can't describe what you're doing via vibe, then if you're not engineering,
It's
vibes.
neo-symbolic programming, which is abstraction of at a higher level. It's not prompting.
Are you sure?
100%. I've got a book available.
Mic drop.
Not that one. I still challenge it. And the reason, and I don't disagree with what you're saying. I will freely say I don't disagree with what you're saying. I will say the common tester will not get there in 5 years.
But developers are okay.
No, not even developers. But I mean, you look at the industry today in the cyclical
And the
nature of
question
it.
was for testers.
Yeah, the question was for testers. So you look at the testers today and how many of them, I mean, how long has test automation been around?
Well, I was 94. You was 96 when we started. 92 X-Runner. So
Yeah.
it's like 4 decades and things haven't changed. So I
Exactly.
posted to your session that the WinRunner code that I did is the exact same case switches as the new MCP from Selenium and Playwright. So nothing has changed at all. It is like for like.
Right. Do I think the testing industry is going to be completely different in 5 years? Or are the testers? From a tester's perspective.
Testers.ai, did you say? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, I think it's going to be different it's going to be the same thing. We still have people who are like, how do I become an automation engineer? It's going to be in 5 years. It's going to be, how do I embrace AI more? How do I use the things like testers.ai?
Yep.
And it is going to be as simple as how do I even do prompts? Because that's just
Kind
the
of.
industry.
And I think there's a risk to this. So I posted it. It was actually came from somebody else who's here, saying that actually it's going to split it's actually not going to close the gap between junior and senior. It's actually going to expand it because
Correct.
the problem is people who prompt or do what I call shadow prompting, they start writing prompts. And because the system is just a very subset, NLP, NLG, because it fools them, they believe the information that's there is suitable. Whereas the people who've got more experience, domain experience in their industry are able to identify that what's in there isn't suitable, isn't fit for purpose. So the problem is in a way, the people who are prompting, it's a dangerous, it's a double-edged sword. You're going to get fooled into believing it. Same as vibe coding. We've already started seeing people saying vibe coding is not sustainable over time as an engineering practice because
The biases. You're going to lead it. It's just the way you are.
Yeah.
And Melissa said that in her keynote yesterday. And that's where I say, in 5 years, it's going to be really interesting because not only are you going to have to build up your prompt engineering skills, but you're also going to have to build up your technical skills to see that is this, you have to be able to read the code. I'm not going to be able to trust this. Your testing skills are going to have to come into play in that, but you have to be technical enough to have a basic understanding of LLMs, all the different models, and the outputs that it put out. Their output.
Anyone like the question? The answer? Yep. Jonathan is the only one. Well, thumbs up. Yeah. Majority. And Jonathan, I knew that you were going to get some things out of whack, but not that soon, not that much. But
yeah,
one,
we're trying to pick.
and you'll get one because you were doing a good conversation. Yeah. Yeah, but he's gonna do it himself. Shouldn't have told him. So there's an interesting expectation at the end that the winner will be generous with the team. So good leaders, right? Now we have another one that is a little bit interesting.
Y'all are taking too long to think about this.
Is 100% test coverage worth pursuing?
No.
Whatever it is, no.
That wasn't one of the straightforward. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yes.
This is a quick trivia night. We could expand on why, but really, do we have to?
No.
Okay, this is gonna be a good one. What is mutation testing?
Darn. Hold on. Oh, that's right. It's a technique where you purposely try to break your code using certain coding techniques to see if it's robust enough to recover from the failure, basically.
Do we give it to Joe?
Yay!
Yay!
That must be the
Point for
methodology.
Joe. Okay, this was we have a few good ones of this type. Quick one. What does Selenium automate? We got number 7. Joe.
Seven.
Web browsers. Oh, sorry. Web browsers.
I have heard that it works for automating in general, but what do everybody else think?
Wait.
It's rubbish.
Does Selenium actually automate anything, or is it
No.
the people using Selenium to automate?
Oh! Do we give it to him? So what do we think? Is it good for Joe or Sarah beat him?
Web browsers. It says it right on the website. Thank you.
Automation, not for testing.
Oh,
It's not for
okay.
it.
What's the kill for entry pointing? Carbon tablets. That's mercury.
We have another interesting from Vladimir, because we have several anonymous. So, what skills should testers develop today?
And answer again.
To learn to fly. To avoid being replaced by AI.
Yes. Well.
Yes.
I think it's the core essential skill for any tester, and that's critical thinking.
What do everybody think?
Interesting.
AI?
Really?
Not to be replaced by AI.
To not be replaced by AI, you need to have critical thinking.
I don't think AI is going to replace testers.
Well, I don't think so
I
either,
don't think that's
but
possible.
I agree with that.
Ooh.
But Scott, I think, how many testers' definition of testing is pushing buttons and following instructions, unfortunately? They're replaced, they're done.
Yeah.
Well, they were gone.
Like us.
20 years
They'll
ago.
be
This
back.
goes back to my point.
They'll be back, because what we're doing right now with the vibe coding is we are creating technical debt faster than we've ever created it before.
Yep.
And they're great for POC, great for demo, I get it. But when you release that in production, there's going to be this tidal wave of technical debt. They'll be back, and my rate will be 3 times as much when that happens.
But my question is, you know, so I don't disagree with that. I think there's going to be a ton of technical debt. Who cares?
Did testers ever help with technical?
Everybody will when it hits them in the pocketbook. And that's the thing. That's the one skill I would say that testers need to be able to do, is tell the story in terms that the C-level understands, which is dollars and cents.
Oh my gosh, you have to have critical thinking
You
to
have-
tell a
it's
story?
not necessarily critical thinking. It's the ability to tell a story
What?
and make sense to them from a financial impact. If
No,
I say,
it's all about
hey,
business
it's a
value.
really good idea to make your website faster,
Business
they're going to
value.
go, okay, well, screw you. But
Everybody
when I
cares about
say
business
you
value.
can make that
People care
website
about quality.
1 second faster and get 9% more conversions, that's a dollar sign, they care at that point.
So I would say, I'm seeing, which is what we did quite recently, AI assurance being a kind of a pivot for where testers go, right? And, everyone hates the word quality. Everyone hates the word assurance. You can't assure anything. You can't qualify quality. I'd kind of say, that the critical thinking thing is the Don Kothak answer for anything for testing. right?
Absolutely. Why do you think I said it?
Yeah, but I think what we're trying to say, and I kind of go with Scott a little bit here, is, one of the skills that we're not very good at, and you kind of just pointed it out with this example, I'm going to put vibe testers in one room, vibe coders in the other, product managers, product owners in another room, and they're all doing different vibing. Can they build a product? right? That's what they do today, right? In essence, that is the normal problem. Will critical
I'm
thinking
sorry that you have to
support
work
those?
in that problem.
No, I know. But what is really important, which I think we're lacking, is our communication skills. You know, it's actually our ability to explain ourselves, the storytelling side of things. If you think of someone like
I do
James
think that
Whittaker.
goes along with critical thinking.
well, it does, but it's the articulation, it's the basic skills.
So, you know, I know this like person that teaches this great like testing and test strategy class, and she goes over, you know, testers know how to test. What they don't know how to do is communicate out their
yeah.
testing, and it may be a whole tutorial on that. I'm just saying.
Just saying, yeah.
Just check it out.
If you think all the AI that is how help the testers when you ask something to ChatGPT, how I can communicate this to the test.
Don't ask ChatGPT. That's the first thing. So the whole point with, so obviously the European Union AI Act and also the executive order states do not, you are illegally use, you should not be using ChatGPT, right? Any public facing GPT, if you're passing testing information to it, you're breaking the law, right? As simple as that. You should not be feeding any IP sensitive information. ChatGPT is great for doing pictures and stuff like that and making recipes. But, you know, in the future, you've got to put governance layers around it. You've got to make sure that people aren't just doing shadow prompting and creating crap code, creating crap tests. We need to stop that. But I also think it's the human traits, it's the human skills. Okay, critical thinking is one of that many list. Those skills are what's going to make us be successful in our role, is our ability to communicate the importance of what we're doing, be a stakeholder, be an ambassador for quality, ask the hard questions. It's all what we've been doing for the last 34 years.
I think that
Nothing
we are
changed.
going around the same thing.
Yeah, we are.
I'm gonna take a decision. Do we take that answer? Do we like it, or we want to? Okay, another candy. I think critical thinking.
I want another question. I think everybody should get a candy for that one.
There you go. One more point. So this is gonna be a funny one. Wait, what?
Oh, that's an edge case, right? I was critically
This one will require.
after that.
This one will require not only critical thinking, but some creativity, because you will have to elaborate, okay? Who would lead a QA guild in a fantasy world? Gandalf or Batman? Okay, elaborate, remember.
Gandalf,
Yeah.
definitely. Because he said the wise words, we cannot choose the times we live in.
I didn't see that.
We only, what was the exact quote? Like, we only get to decide what to do with the time we have been given. And that's, I guess, everyday
follow
life
your
of
nose.
QA, because you don't have much time. So you have to decide.
Well, and let's be honest, Gandalf led a group of people, whereas Batman does everything on his own.
Ooh,
And
great.
she just stole my. Who's going to give me thumbs up now?
I was just,
Yeah.
I was just
I did
helping
both
your
mouths.
answer. You get it. I was just helping.
Okay, so do we like the answer?
Yeah.
One for Philip. Yeah, you brought up the Gandalf thing.
We like Gandalf as the answer.
Thank you.
I was just getting more thumbs up for you.
Okay, thank you for lobbying for me.
Lobbying skills. That could be
Right there.
Trump is suddenly at the star test of 2020.
Well, you know, they say if you make something an idiot, somebody makes another idiot.
Always happens. Okay, here goes the next one from Mr. or Miss Anonymous. And this is going to be polemic. No, not so much, but evaluate. Should developers write their own tests? Number 3. Okay.
I mean, 3 people did buzz in.
No, I have the 3. Yes. Why? They know the code the best. They know what they're building. unit tests are easy for them. And in fact, I've had in my own company, so I'm on an SDET team and we built a test automation framework, but we trained them on it. And then they know better than I do what they're building, how it should work. And even they can test in that real time faster than I can. So I firmly believe that yes, they should.
It's not one or the other. So it's not like just because they're testing code, others aren't testing code as well. But I agree with that.
Also, there's a pretty high chance that with AI helping to generate and create code, it is going to help with writing tests as well. So the app code and the test code are going to get created together.
But I have a question though. If developers test their code, that's not the only kind of testing that obviously would need to
Thank
be
you.
done. So there's other kinds of testing by other roles that should probably be done in addition to that. We're not limited to that.
Like performance, maybe, maybe.
I'm just saying.
But I would question, how many people actually write the test before the code, right? So if we think of TDD, BDD, ATDD, right? The core principle is the test comes first. I would possibly argue that never happens. Right?
In 35 years, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it happen either.
Me neither.
And so poor down north, it's just shaking. And
Well,
Elizabeth Edmondson.
I've actually seen it happen.
No, you haven't. You were you blindsided. You looked at something and it wasn't really there. It's called hallucinations. It's not what large language models do. It's what you do when you look at developers and they look like they're writing a test first.
So, do we give Sarah?
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, evaluate.
So to clarify though, the question was, should they? Not should they write it first? Yes, they should. Should they be the only ones? No, maybe not.
But everybody's building on top of the answer.
Diff blue.
So
Just use
I
diff blue.
think that another spicy candy goes for Sarah because I saw several thumbs up. Now we have one general knowledge. Get your tapping hands ready. What is the main difference between verification and validation?
Oh.
Oh,
Someone's been on ISTQB.
ISTQB, yeah.
Well, when you are testing the software, and the beginning you are testing by models, by components. So there you are doing validation and how is working these components. And at the end of the cycle of the sprint of end-to-end testing, you can do this verification just to be sure that everything's works as you expected at the end of the testing.
do we like it?
I do have a question. I heard somebody say this a long time ago to me about the difference between the two. One is saying, did we build the right thing? And the other one is, did we build the thing right? One is that right?
That's the correct.
Yes, that's the correct. Yeah.
But no, I wasn't.
No, yeah.
So
Give sweets to Scott. He's hungry.
No problem, I had more sweets in Mexico. I can give you.
So yeah, Scott stole it. I'll give it to him. We couldn't remember.
He's just been around a lot longer than everyone else.
But don't steal
I'm
from
hallucinating
others.
just looking at your shirt.
Us first. Like, what's going on?
Do we give it thumbs up?
I think we should give it.
Oh, bring it back. Bring it back. My bad. Yeah.
No, it's fine. You can.
She was already bragging. I have more candy at home, so. Yeah. My bad. Oh, this one is interesting. Another general knowledge, QA knowledge. What's the difference between chaos and mutation testing?
So chaos is more. I'm supposed to be a professional.
He's like, what's this microphone thing about? Usually it's just glued to my head.
Have you ever done this before?
Chaos, I think. I haven't thought this through.
You have. We've done a chaos session before.
No, I know we've done chaos engineering is more performance, seeing if it's resilient, more edge case type things. I think mutation testing is more code based, directly with the code rather than the complete system to see if it's resilient, things like that.
Go to gremlin.com
Gremlin. Yeah.
and Carlton will give you the
No
explanation.
ads, no ads. We need those sponsors for later. We need more tequila. So what do everybody think?
I think that's good. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah?
good. I think
Okay.
you could probably
One
add
more
on
for
systemic
Joe.
failure, with in there to do with chaos.
Thanks for the question too, Javier.
Yeah, good question.
Moving to the next one. Oh, this is going to be tricky.
Oh yeah, that's one. Finally get one.
And I'm gonna give a chance, quick chance to everyone to turn it around. If you had the chance to go back in time,
I'd kill Joe Colantonio.
what?
As he was a baby, as he was a little baby, right?
All the candy out, all the candy out. I thought that you were gonna say buy Bitcoin or something like that.
Buy gold this week.
Okay, going back in time, what would be the main words you would say to yourself? 5.
Buy the test guild domain.
No, I think you have yours switched, but yeah,
Would I go back in time? Like to what year? I don't.
it doesn't specify.
1983, I would go tell my 13-year-old self, buy Apple stock as soon as you can and hold on to it as long as you can. That's it. 30 seconds.
The buttons were weird. So, do we give it? What do you say? Anyone wants to give a better one? That's what I was saying. Ready your button. A better recommendation to your younger self.
Be a developer. A security tester, actually. Be a security tester. And you'd be so rich, you would never believe it. You'd just be like driving around on a Rolls Royce Phantom or something.
Not better. It's subjective, but for me, I tell myself to trust people more sooner.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
I'd say not to
Wow.
worry. Not to worry. I spent my life worrying, and everyone's always worried about AI, and things work out. I'm almost dead, so everything's worked out. Everything I was afraid of didn't come true, so don't worry.
The Millennium Bug, you really just want to, get your invoices in for that one thing.
Life is short, buy the pony.
Who gives more? Anyone else remaining? I will give a candy to everybody that answered. Those were good ones. So Judia, here, who else? You were kind of quiet.
And
Scott did.
Scott was first in.
You should get 2 candies.
No.
I wanted the Bitcoin one, but. Okay. This one is going to be very selective. Which HTTP status code will indicate a successful load test? Number 8.
A successful load test or a successful request?
Load test.
Oh,
It depends what the objectives are.
Consultant answer.
Yeah.
RC
That's what I get
equals
paid
0.
for.
So the question was for HTTP code.
There's no code
There's no HTTP code for a load
Depends on the
test.
objectives.
There's no
There is
one.
a website.
Are you
Yeah.
trying to break the system?
Which he usually has 404 on his shirt every time you see Scott, so it's not that one.
Yeah, 503.
503. That's unsuccessful.
Well, if you run it from terminal, then the successful code is 0, right? No?
200.
200? HTTP.
If you're trying to break the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
system,
Just use curl,
Sorry,
right?
sorry.
No one needs anything else.
Is that right?
Everybody here has to vote.
200 is right for successful request, but what if your objective was to break it? Then it's 500.
Do we like the answer?
Or generate a timeout.
Ooh.
HTTP code for that. That's what I'm saying. Your status code would be pass or fail. Yeah. So that would be 0.
But that's why
I saw a big mic drop there.
I think the question was wrong, in all fairness.
Yeah, I blame the
And
question.
whoever the name is, we need to know.
Anonymous.
Oh!
I would like to pick
Whoever
behind
was it,
door number
own it
2.
and let us know. Put on the questions. I was the anonymous HTTP. So do we give it to Lee?
Yep.
Okay, that was a good judgment because, yeah, depending on what's the goal, I like it.
The consultancy questions. Get t-shirts like that. It depends.
Yeah, not that we are getting paid for answering this. So.
That's every answer. That's it. It depends.
Okay,
Critical thing.
this one is going to be interesting as well. What is the role of QA in a DevOps environment?
Nothing.
What's the role of QA in a DevOps environment?
It's everyone's responsibility.
Well, that means, let him out the door.
Wait,
son.
wait, wait.
Let him out. Come on, security, security. It's everyone's responsibility. Honestly,
Come on.
honestly, you read it in a book.
So I saw number 4 on the dial.
That would be
So
me.
you
To be the
Press-
subject matter expert in quality. So they're accountable for the quality, but not responsible for the quality.
Ooh. Do we give it? That was actually like a panel answer a moment ago. I was there. I saw it.
I think they are the role is redundant there, right? It shouldn't exist. We should all not be here.
Hence, everyone's responsibility.
No one's responsibility.
No one's responsibility.
Okay.
He's going to give you a racy next, isn't he?
Yeah.
Another one from Javier.
We know who he is.
And again,
Troll him. Troll him. Troll him.
where do you see performance testing in 5 years? I haven't even finished.
Perf bites.
But
Program was brought to you.
that's a big one with
Critical
performance.
thinking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
performance engineers.
No, with the implementation of Gen AI. Okay, yeah.
This doesn't even have a mic in it.
Tester. Tester.
Wait, the mic got loose.
I think I
Give me
got
just
it.
a second, because the mic should not be, yeah, too much excitement. That happened.
Things happen.
I've been there.
You
True
said,
story.
repeat it again, performance engineering or performance testing in 5 years.
Performance testing in 5 years with implementation of Gen AI.
Well, if we're talking about, I'm going to say engineering and testing all in the same thing. I believe where we're going is AI will play a role in helping to create the automation. AI will help in the analysis, and that's the big piece that we'll see. It will be able to pick out relationships a lot easier and a lot faster than we can, and sometimes relationships we don't even know exist. And it'll say the reason why this transaction time is so high is not just because the database is overloaded with the CPU, but it's also because of this particular key in the database that's wrong. So finding that information really fast and using observability tools on the production side to be able to have AI pick out those patterns as well, and then using those tools pre-production as early as possible to see the patterns as early as possible so you get the fastest feedback. That's where it's all going, and it'll all be continuous, hopefully.
Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I think that Javier
Full
sent that
aviator.
question for Scott.
Aviator and load runner.
That was a good one. Now, oh, this is interesting. I actually have to read it a few times. Okay. Will AI replace all operational? Wait.
It's an AI question. It's not.
As soon as it's done. Will AI replace all operational activities in the development cycle in the near future? Near future.
No, would be the answer to that. I think, so my session was around agentic AI, right? And I think a lot of people have gone straight in it with the idea that there's going to be lots of agents, right? And they're all going to have different purposes, performance, security, whatever else it is. But humans will still lead everything as far as the next 5 years, the next 10 years. The low-hanging stuff, a bit like what Scott said, the analysis, the pinpoint failure, root cause analysis, all the stuff which is huge amounts of data that needs to be crunched. Yes, you're going to be assisted. It's all going to be AI augmented. but it's going to be tester in the loop. Tester is going to be the primary executor until the coordinate function and the workflows, because it's in essence going to be process mining what we do to create a blueprint of what good looks like. It's going to take a very long time to be able to get rid of just the basic stuff. And that's just going to be reporting results, the stuff that's not interesting. It's still going to be led by humans, designed by humans, tested by humans, and critical thinking.
Yes. So, TLDR, AI is no more of a silver bullet than test automation is.
Agreed, yeah.
Good.
We're just going through another wave.
Do we have applauses? So those are thumbs up? Is Jonathan? Is this your first candy? You ate the others. He's eating his
I'm
candy.
balancing it.
Well, then you should give it to someone who has less candy than you.
If it's round robin, you know, that's how it just goes round to the next.
Well played, well played. Okay,
No, it's fine.
another tricky one. Which Star Wars character would write the most flaky tests? What number do we have? 6, Scott.
Jar Jar Binks.
That was kind of an easy one. Yeah. Everybody agrees.
He's a right to tester.
Say Trump or Jar Jar.
Well, how about a stormtrooper? They cannot hit anything.
I think I don't know if it wouldn't be Master Yoda, because like his words are all scrambled. All
Oh,
around.
No,
I
he's
would do
doing
that for
prompting.
test
He's doing
cases.
prompting. That's what he's doing. He's prompt engineering, right? He's doing sentiment analysis. That's what he's doing. Just using the main words first. We must. That's just an extra bit. You can take that away.
Okay, this is one that I will be giving opportunity as well to refute, to give other perspectives. What are you most excited for QA with AI? I see number 4 again.
I'm more excited to be more lazy.
Vacation time.
Vacation time. No, I mean, it's going to augment things that I do, and it's going to help with a lot. I mean, it's going to start out helping with a lot of the menial tasks. So that's going to free me up to either learn more about AI or do other things or ponies.
Dress up.
Ponies, always ponies.
I have not mastered dressage.
I'm not sure about that because
Wait,
even if we
Where's
are
the
not
button? Where's the button?
using.
Press your button.
She pressed it a lot.
Because even if we are not using AI, when you don't have job, somebody come to you and say, "Hey, can you help me and do this other thing?" So I don't know if the AI is gonna help you to be lazy, something like that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Every time we have a speed up of technology, we end up we're making the world so much faster. So I think I also kind of disagree. I don't think it's going to free up our time. If we're going to have more time, we're just going to do more shit.
Well, that's why I said, to either, free up my time to do other things. So, learning.
Come on.
Just saying ponies are maybe like not.
Okay,
not going to
ponies
happen.
maybe not, but like I
Ponies.
said, my first thing was, maybe learn more about AI, learn about the how best to use it so I can continue to be more efficient and effective in my testing.
I thought it was A1, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
A1.
It's going to make my steaks really tasty.
But I would say just seeing Angie Jones coming back and talking about MCP for an entire year, that's going to be good. The best thing we've got to look forward to, right?
So that's what you're most excited for?
I am, yeah. Angie
Okay.
just been in all the conferences talking about MCP, and then we'll talk about A2A, which supersedes it. And then we're like, sorry, Angie.
Anyone else? And it's gone. Who answered? Because this one, okay. Philip, yours was an answer or were you refuting? I think that,
It counts.
okay. Did I miss anyone? No, right? We're good? Ready for the next one. Thanks, Juan, for that interesting question, peculiar. Now, this is a bit long.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I will let you know when the question is over. I will let you know when the question is over, because yes. What difference do you see between the testers of yesterday, today's, and the ones that the industry will need tomorrow? Joe.
I'll just say what Jason Arbin told me. I thought it was interesting. So back in the day, testers cared about testing. And then they turned into developers all of a sudden. They cared more about the automation, the coding, and forgot about the aspects of the quality and the testing. And now it seems like we're going back to the testing aspect. So AI is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting, and we still need to think and do the look at the output and make sure it's correct and do the testing again. So rather than being developers, we're going back to testers again. That's what I'm saying.
I hope that's the case. What does the audience think of Joe's answer? Thumbs up? He gets a candy? Very good.
Well, Jason has a candy, right?
Yeah, Jason.
Okay, we have another one from Javier. If you can teach software testing to kids, what open source tool would you choose and why?
Cursor. So my youngest just did her college stuff, and we managed to do the entire submission of all her code in Cursor in less than half an hour. And then turned the code into documentation, then wrote her essay for her, using not prompting, but chain of thought.
Critical thinking.
And critical, and a sprinkle of critical thinking on top of it, and she got an A. Vibe education. A1.
I would do Manus AI. Manus AI is awesome. You don't even have to do the coding. Just say, hey, this is what I want. It writes it for you. You can download the code. You can modify it. It does the research for you.
Are they sponsoring the show?
No, but it's
Are they
all
going to be
the time.
sponsoring now?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Let me know if you want to.
If it wasn't open source, I would say testers.ai.
Yeah, testers.ai. Yeah, I think, well, it works in Cursor, right?
Right.
On MCP.
That is
so, if you want discount code Jonathan30, it will give you 30 days of their tool.
Okay, do we like Jonathan's answer?
Jason likes it.
Okay,
He just wants his PayPal account.
there you go. Keep eating your candy. Another one from Vladimir, or Vladimir. Yeah.
Performance one there.
Yeah.
Will artificial intelligence empower testers or mark the beginning of the end for certain roles?
Joe's role's gone. He's just going to make a deep fake, which I did with you, didn't I? I did a deep fake of. It was good. No testers are going to lose their jobs.
Is that serious? Yeah. There's a deep fake of Joe?
Yeah, it's a bad one.
It was a good.
Back in the day. Now probably a lot better.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
And we're going to get, I think Michael Bolton, we did one with Michael Bolton teaching ISTQB. That was another one we did with James Bond. We did. I'm sending you. And if you want to download that, you need code 40 for that. Didn't Bart do ISTQB anyway? I thought some of his stuff was in there. Oh dear. Anyway, Canada's gone, so it's not a problem, is it? Canada.
Now, do we like the answer?
Sure.
Everybody?
RST? RST course?
Who was it? Was Jonathan, right?
Jonathan, right.
Say, wait. RST classes.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay.
Do you need code 40 for that?
Oh, super easy. What does the acronym stand for? QA. Number 3.
Oh, that's me. Quality assurance.
I'm pretty sure that's
Quality analyst.
Yeah,
Quality analyst.
Quality anywhere.
quality artificial intelligence. No, because it's smaller.
Question, answer?
Everybody? Do we agree? Aside of the extra A's in the answer? Okay. This is another general knowledge one. What is the primary purpose of a smoke test? Again, number 4.
Why do you think I'm trying to go in before you did?
With Joe for one.
I know, right? So it depends.
Critical thinking.
I know, right? No, actually, it kind of depends on what you're testing. So if you're looking at it from a software perspective, it's to hit, to test your high business value tests, to catch those high business value defects, all of that fun stuff. If you're talking electronics and hardware, it's a literal smoke test where you plug it in and see if it creates smoke.
What happens if you're testing a smoke alarm?
That's still a smoke test.
Yep. Because the alarm is the one that has to bring smoke.
Or is it a carbon monoxide test?
Touché. Do we like the answer?
Yes.
Yeah. One more for Jana. That tequila is looking, getting somewhere. Oh. This is another, you gotta come up with something very interesting. Which fictional character would be the worst QA tester? Okay, Mr. Scott, with Mike.
Darth Vader.
Why?
Because if anything goes wrong, he would just kill it and destroy it. He would never give it a chance to succeed.
What about the Death Star?
I just made that up.
What do you think? Do we give it to him or someone else has something better?
It's horrible that I'm thinking Jiminy Cricket because it says always let your conscience be your guide. So I'm not sure.
Did you say Michael Bolton?
Forrest Gump, because you never know what you're going to get. Good save.
He's still trying, but yeah, I like the second one a little bit better. Does anyone want thumbs up or fight it out? Thumbs up? Okay. One more for amigo Scott, especially for Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump would be good. I'd hire him. Pay me chocolates.
Ooh.
Okay.
What's the term? How do you call for when a system slowly degrades over time under load?
What do you call, or are you saying what?
What's the term?
What is the term?
I guess. Brisket.
Solid.
If the team likes the answer.
Ooh.
Number 5. Jonathan.
Well, if it's degradation in performance over time, I think they're trying to say a soak test that a soak test with some kind of memory leak degrading performance over time. But that's not really a term for degradation in performance. That is the actual term, isn't it? Systemic degradation of performance. I don't think there is a word for it. I think it's degradation.
Degradation is the word.
It is, yeah.
Do we like the answer?
No. We don't like the question. We don't like
We don't like the question.
We'd like another one.
No
I
one
think
gets anything.
we don't get anything. Bad question.
Okay. No candy for Anonymous.
Oh, wait a second. If it's anonymous, please don't hack me, okay? Go back to Musk, right? Go and take him down again, okay?
Okay. We're almost out of time, so I think a couple more. There it goes. Manual testing is dead. Agree or disagree? Number 3.
No, it is not dead. Actually, we need the subject matter expert from the manual testers. If you just throw, a new tester at it, they're not going to know what they're doing. And I've experienced this, seen it happen. No, we need the expertise of the manual testers. They're very important.
Thumbs up?
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
What is manual testing?
Can we not say manual testing?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Manual labor.
Okay. What metric indicates request per second?
Request per second. What metric? It's called throughput. I think it's the TPS, yeah, TPS.
Do we like it?
TPS report.
TP for my bumhole, I think was the report. It's throughput, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Pony throughput.
Thumbs up? We like it? Who answered it? I think everybody was jumping over it, but okay. Ooh. Are test automation tools overrated that are okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I work for Eggplant.
Actually, I'm kind of gonna give you that because it was low code automations.
Still yes.
Still yes.
All the above.
All above.
Okay, who gets the candy? I wasn't sure what happened here. Jonathan? Okay.
And you got
Whoop.
throughput too.
This
We
one,
don't
get
fall
the other
now.
one.
Oh,
They are packed, so no problem. Okay, probably the last one.
Is it worth 2 candies? Because it's the last one.
For the honor.
Worth 10 candies. There's no way you're gonna lose, right? I
Okay,
think
this,
it's sort of that.
this one is going to be interesting. Okay, Jana, be careful. No, what is the difference between a test plan and a test strategy? Number 4 again.
It's amazing. I may also teach a tutorial.
Do you have someone posting the questions?
I know, I should. I should have somebody in there.
Tutorial.
So the way I like to describe the difference between test strategy and test plan is a test strategy is what testing are you going to do? How are you going to test it? How are you going to evaluate kind of the testing of this? And then their test plan are what specific tests am I going to run in order to fulfill my test strategy?
And a bonus question, what's a master test strategy?
Ooh. So, okay.
She's taking the challenge.
1.5 hours.
Exactly. So funny, I go over this too, where I usually have a overall quality strategy because your overall strategy is going to have strategies and it's a whole puzzle piece and a whole bunch of layers like onions and ogres.
Inception.
Yes.
Do we like the answer? There's a tutorial about that, right?
I would like a discount code.
Okay, so we are out of time, so I think it's time to count the candies. I don't think we need to, right? So, let's call our sexy assistant back there in the seats that is going to come and deliver the prize. He is from Latin America as well. Ready to deliver, please. Sexy assistant, give the prize to Miss Jana. You got to pose with it to the camera, please.
Javier was the prize. He now works in your team. Do you know critical thinking?
It's all hers. Give a big applause to the winner of the first trivia in the STAR conferences. Yeah. Complete madness. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I hope that you had fun. Probably we're about to have some more fun with the prize, depending on the winner, how of a good leader and generous she is with the team. And everybody, thank you very much for coming, sharing, having some fun. I guess you had some fun. This was interesting. And see you next and see you later, because we have one still stream remaining later today. See you in a moment. Star East is not done yet. So everybody, adios. Take care. Yay. Congratulations, Shannon.